Welcome to my channel. So for today, we'll be doing simple tutorial on how to draft a pencil skirt. I find this really helpful, especially for the beginners. It will help you draft so many pencil skirts, especially when you're into ready to wear. So the measurement we are using is hip 40, length 22, and the waist 27. You can decide to adjust it. So we start by bringing out our starting point, which is half inch. So from every other measurement we'll be taking is from this starting point, right? Yeah. So now we start by taking, the starting point, half inch. When we're done with that, we'll go ahead to take our tape rule and take the width. That's the hip, which is the larger part of the pencil skirt we are taking now. The hip is 40, which is bigger than the waist. So 40 divided by 2, we have 20. We add 2-inch sewing allowance, giving you 22. So that's what we are having there, 22. The hip size is 40. So we'll go ahead to divide 40 divided by 2, gives you 20. Add your 2-inch sewing allowance to give you 22. And that is exactly what we have there right now. So we went ahead to also get our measurement for, we have to find the midpoint. 22 divided by 2 again will give you 11. So that is the 11 we are having there, because we'll be drafting both the front and the back. So we have 11. Yes, guys. So when we're done, we'll bring in our sewing allowance to the middle, which is 1 inch on both sides. Remember, we added 2 inches sewing allowance, so we'll bring it to the middle, 1 inch on both sides. So we have our 1 inch on both sides. Yeah. So when we're done with that, we'll go ahead to get our hip line. Now, for the sake of this tutorial, I use 8 inches hip line, but ideally it ought to have been 9 inches or 10, because the hip size is 40. So when you have customers that their hip is 38 and above, we advise you to use hip line 9 or 10. So it depends on the body size that will determine the hip line you're using. But I'm not using this for any customer, so it's just strictly for the tutorial. I decided to use 8. But when you are doing that for your customer, please use 9 or 10. So we went ahead to get our full length, which is 22. Yeah, we secure that with a straight line. So when we're done, we went ahead to get the measurement for our waist. Remember we said we'll be using 27. So when you divide 27 by 4, it will give you 6.75. So you just go ahead and use your tape rule. You fold it to get the exact measurement. 6.75. So that's what we have there. 6.75. When we're done, the hip measurement is already secured because we divided the paper by, when we're measuring the hip, we divided it by 2, right? And then we had our sewing allowance at the middle. So it's the hip that we're using for the major measurement. So we already have our hip. So we'll connect it from the hip to the waist. So your French curve, it depends on how you place it. If you want the curve to be smooth, you place it exactly the way I did. Now we added our allowance, which is 1 inch, as you can see there. So now we go to the back. We do the same. The waist, 6.75. Yeah, for the sake of the lesson, we have to take that measurement again, so you can follow through on how we got 6.75. So we have 6.75. We also connect it to the waistline. We'll connect it to this waistline. And then we'll connect from the waist to the hip. Again, don't forget your allowance. We have 1 inch. You connect it also to the allowance. So when we're done with that, yeah, so our pencil skirt is taking shape. See how neat it is. So we'll label it front and back. When we're done, we have to remove half an inch since it's a pencil skirt. It depends on your customer though. Some customer actually have a very thick tie. So you use your initiative to know how many inches you remove from there. But I just remove half an inch. Half an inch. Close to the allowance, right? Yes, and then we bring it back for the sake of our sewing allowance. From the half inch, we remove to make our skirt size come out with a perfect shape. We have to return it back with 1 inch. Then you link it to your sewing allowance. For you not to be confused, you have to get rid of the line you're not cutting through. Then when we're done, we have to also remove half, get our zip allowance. For the sake of the tutorial, I just used 1 inch there. It depends on how neat your work is. You can decide to use 1.5. You can decide to use 2 inch for your zip allowance. But I used 1 here. So when we're done, we'll have to eliminate the bulk that usually comes out from the skirt. I mean from the zip. So you have to remove 1/2 inch there so that the zip can sit well. Okay, so when we're done, we also have our folding allowance. I used 1 inch there too. Some people prefer using 1.5 or 2 inches. It depends on the fabric that you're working with. If you are making use of Ankara, I think it's finer if you use 2 inches for folding allowance. Okay, so we also liberate folding allowance. So it's time for us to cut. Kindly watch this carefully to see how you cut through. It's a very neat work. It's like you drafting the front and the back at the same time. So when making your skirts really pencil, especially at the bottom, you can remove 1/2 inch from the back and 1/2 inch from the front, okay? To give it that perfect shape. So guys, can let me know if you understood this simple illustration or there is something else you want us to include. Also, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel, like and share. We have more amazing videos to show you guys. Also, for this pencil skirt, you can include your dart. You can include your dart, but that will be shown on our next video on how you can add a perfect dart to any of the skirt or trouser
So we
that you
have the
want to
front and
make.
the back. Thank you guys for watching.